Good morning. Good morning. It is July 11th. My name is Dana Lynn, and this is the WildFlow portion of my superfood lifestyle support call, where we gather as a group of women to support each other in all that we're working through, health-wise, our health journey, and WildFlow is an integral part of connecting with this source, your source of physical wisdom. Your body is so wise and repeatedly showing you the way, repeatedly showing you the best choices to make, and it's my deep desire to show you how to listen deeply to those messages through a practice called WildFlow by quieting the mind and learning how to read the body, read the messages of the body, and understand the messages for you, because only you fully know the right choice for you. And that's really an important process in any lifestyle change. I wanted to share, there's a book called Atomic Habits, and I can't remember the name of the author, but someone quoted him, I believe it's him, it's like his tagline, it's kind of his thing, but I really have been feeling it this morning. The quote is, "We don't rise to our goals, we fall to our habits." And so there's this understanding that we can have goals, but if we're not making choices to support in our habits, in our beliefs, in our mindset, to support those goals, then there's this gap. And so rising to our goals really requires us to look at our patterns, our habits, our beliefs, what we repeatedly say to ourselves, what we repeatedly do. And so part of WildFlow is learning, slowing down enough to listen to the body, and it tells you, it begins to show you in connection with your heart, actually, where your habits aren't quite meeting your goals. And so this morning, I wanted to focus on our ability to step into a body part. So in this case, perhaps it's up in the head and neck area. Perhaps it's in some soreness from something that you did or happened. And then how do you practice a habit of, rather than noticing it and wishing to push it away, and getting into this resistant and tightening place around it, but instead begin to explore it with so much neutrality that you allow it, and you begin to, in allowing it, you begin to let it inform you. So it's teaching you. So you're relaxed and surrendered to it. And so I welcome you wherever you are to find that practice that gets you into your body. For me, it's allowing my eyes to close. So if that works for you, then I welcome you to do that. If that doesn't work for you, then allow your gaze to soften on something that is going to support your travel inside. And begin to quiet yourself, quiet your mind, quiet your activity around an internal focus. The breath is a really beautiful place to start. Noticing how expanded and relaxed you are this morning, or how busy and tight and uptight you might be. How the breath is either flowing or it might be somewhat restricted. So take a few breaths, as many as it takes, to just get in touch with whatever you're feeling. Perhaps your heart is beating quickly. Perhaps you're feeling something in your thought process, in your awareness that is bothering you. And I just welcome you to really name it, allow it, feel it, explore it, notice it. And then let yourself, after you feel a certain place of ease, after you can ride this point of slowing down, I welcome you to bring your attention to a joint, to a space in your body that wants some attention. That space that is speaking to you in sensation. It's typically a sensation of discomfort, of an edge, of an awareness that you wouldn't otherwise welcome. But I invite you in this space to begin to welcome it. And through the welcoming, begin to move gently and slowly around it. So that could be, rather than focusing on that specific area, inquiring around the area, the muscles that lead to it, the way in which your body articulates around it, all that is connected to it, including your thoughts. Including any emotions that you may have tapped into. Nervousness, worry, anxiety, sadness. So for instance, if you're having something going on with your eyes or ears, these organs of senses, the organs of sight and hearing, then what is happening in your neck? What is happening through the muscles of your jaw what is happening when you move the joints around your jaw, through your neck. Explore it by expanding into it and surrendering to it. Learning how to be with the discomfort, to be with the edge of your awareness. Exploring it with your movement or with your stillness. Both is required. Both may be necessary for a full experience. See if you can use your creativity to move in ways that are out of the box. Exploring angles that are not generally required in your day-to-day life. Finding the sacred spiral and geometry you may find by moving in a certain way, you make a surprise connection. Between an edge of one joint and the pulling or activation of another muscle. You may begin to notice how your neck is connected to your low back, your ribs, your shoulders. Your bones may wish to adjust by finding that nook and cranny, letting yourself lead with a body part that doesn't usually lead. Letting it pull you in that angle. All the while exploring it with your breath, with your curiosity, with your neutrality. Don't discount any part of you. At one point, your body may say, involve this other joint. Bring your limbs into the mix. It's really poetry. It's really a great mystery. It's really all your own. No right or wrong. No real good or bad. If it's movement and exploration with love, with softness, through the expanded consciousness of your heart. If you move with an impulse of anger or fear or frustration, your body will let you know. Wild flow is really only done through the healing capacity of your heart. If something comes up that feels familiar or uncomfortable, I invite you to just hover there a little while. Notice what your nervous system is doing. Notice if it's coming on board to protect you. This is a practice for real life, day-to-day life, outside of your meditative movement practice. When something happens, you have a thought, your body responds. The sooner you can notice that bodily sensation, the more quickly you'll relate to the emotion and move the energy through you rather than letting it get bottled up within you. That's what we're doing, is releasing any energy that may be bottled up within you that you're giving extra life force to. That's drawing you from the life force of changing your habits, rising to your goals, and living in the love of your heart. Becoming really subtle. Getting lost in the sensations of your body like a really good mystery novel. A beautifully descriptive poem, or the beauty of a blooming flower, or a sunset, or a sunrise, or perhaps a rainbow. Letting yourself experience it to the fullest. and bringing your practice to stillness, finding that last angle that wants to be explored, wants to be loved and noticed, fully seen. And then pausing, bringing your hands to your heart center in any way that feels right for you. Thanking your body for being there with you and for you. Thanking your body for leading the way. And if you're catching the replay of this practice, I welcome you to open your journal and begin to observe and write what you noticed, what you felt, how this may have supported you in moving your habits closer to your goals. Be well.